Hey, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to your ultimate destination for all things Dallas Cowboys. From the latest news, game analyses, rumors, to deep dives into player performances and strategies, we've got you covered. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a play. Let's dive into everything you need to know about America's team. The NFL world is absolutely buzzing, and nobody can quite believe what just happened. Aaron Rodgers, the four-time MVP, has officially signed with the Dallas Cowboys. Yes, you heard that right. The man once synonymous with Green Bay's frozen tundra is now donning the star of America's team. The announcement came out of nowhere, almost like a Hollywood twist no one saw coming. But insiders claim this deal has been brewing behind the scenes for weeks. Sources close to the situation say Jerry Jones personally spearheaded the negotiations, refusing to settle for anything less than a generational quarterback who could reignite the Cowboys' Super Bowl hopes. Rodgers, reportedly rejuvenated and hungry for one more ring, wasted no time declaring his ambition to dominate the NFC and bring the Lombardi Trophy back to Dallas. Fans went wild, social media exploded, and even rival teams were caught off guard. It's not every day a legend switches conferences this late in his career, but Rodgers has always been unpredictable, walking the fine line between genius and chaos. Now the question isn't whether the Cowboys can win. It's whether the NFL is ready for the Rodgers era, Texas style, under the bright lights of AT&T Stadium. The shockwaves from this deal are still rippling through the sports world, and the implications are massive. Rodgers' move changes the entire landscape of the NFC overnight. Think about it. Dak Prescott's departure, long speculated after years of playoff frustration, suddenly makes sense. Jerry Jones wanted a proven leader, a headline maker, someone who could command both the locker room and the national spotlight. Enter Aaron Rodgers, a master of theatrics and talent. Behind the scenes, Cowboys offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer has already begun tailoring a system that fits Rodgers' improvisational style, promising a mix of creative freedom and precision routes. Reports suggest the Cowboys' locker room is buzzing with excitement, as younger players like C.D. Lamb and Tony Pollard see a golden opportunity to learn from one of the best to ever do it. Meanwhile, Vegas oddsmakers immediately adjusted their Super Bowl projections. Dallas leaped to the top 3 favorites overnight. For a fan base starved for postseason glory since the mid-90s, this isn't just a signing, it's a resurrection. Rodgers' arrival feels like destiny, a calculated gamble that could either make Jerry Jones a legend again or blow up spectacularly under the pressure cooker that is Dallas. Rodgers himself seems invigorated, almost defiant. During his first press conference, he flashed that familiar smirk and dropped a line that instantly went viral. "I didn't come here to retire quietly. I came here to conquer." Those words echoed through every sports show and social feed within minutes. Observers noticed something different about him. More focused, more fire in his tone, less mystic talk, more action. Maybe it's the change of scenery, or maybe it's his desire to prove the doubters wrong after his injury-plagued stint with the Jets. Whatever it is, the Cowboys are now betting on his swagger as much as his arm. Rodgers also praised the Dallas organization, calling it a place where expectations match ambition, which fans took as a subtle jab at his previous teams. His connection with Jerry Jones reportedly clicked instantly, both men driven by legacy and obsessed with proving the world wrong. Cowboys fans, known for their intensity, are already flooding stores for Rodgers jerseys, while ticket prices for opening day have soared. The hype is real, but with Rodgers, hype always comes with a price, one he's more than willing to pay to etch his name in Dallas lore forever. Of course, this move isn't without controversy. Critics are questioning whether a 41-year-old quarterback, no matter how legendary, can withstand the physical toll of another grueling NFL season. They point to his Achilles injury in New York and wonder if Dallas is chasing a dream instead of building a future. Yet, Rodgers has made a career out of silencing critics, and insiders say his off-season training has been intense, bordering on obsessive. He's been working with top performance specialists in California, reportedly hitting arm strength numbers similar to his prime years. The Cowboys' medical staff gave him a glowing report before finalizing the deal. Beyond the physical, Rodgers brings a cerebral edge. His ability to read defenses and manipulate the field remains unmatched. And when you mix that with Dallas's offensive arsenal and one of the league's best defenses, you suddenly get a team that looks terrifying on paper. Still, skeptics argue chemistry can't be bought overnight. But if there's one thing Rodgers thrives on, it's turning skepticism into fuel. Maybe that's exactly what Dallas needs, a quarterback who thrives in the storm. Behind closed doors, the locker room dynamic is becoming one of the most intriguing storylines of this NFL season. Players are adjusting to Rodgers' demanding leadership style, which some describe as intense but inspiring. Sources say he's already held closed-door meetings with receivers, breaking down film and discussing route timing with surgical precision. Veteran offensive linemen, used to Rodgers' quick-release tendencies, are said to be thrilled about the challenge of protecting him. Mike McCarthy, who once coached Rodgers to a Super Bowl in Green Bay, now finds himself reunited with his old quarterback under very different circumstances. Their relationship reportedly thawed after years of tension, and both men are determined to prove they can win again together. It's poetic, almost cinematic, two football minds separated by ego, reunited by ambition. Cowboys insiders whisper that McCarthy has granted Rodgers significant input in game planning, something he never fully allowed Prescott. If the chemistry clicks, this duo could become one of the most explosive storylines of the decade. But if it implodes, Dallas might face another season of what-ifs. For now, though, optimism rules the day in Arlington. Outside the locker room, the fan reaction is unlike anything the Cowboys have seen since the arrival of Deion Sanders in the 90s. The energy in Dallas is electric, almost feverish, as fans flood social media with declarations that America's team is back. Jerseys bearing Rodgers' number are already selling out online, and local sports bars are prepping for record-breaking crowds. ESPN, Fox Sports, and every podcast in between can't stop dissecting the move from every angle. Some see it as a genius gamble. Others call it desperation from an aging franchise clinging to relevance. But make no mistake, this is exactly the kind of chaos the NFL thrives on. The league's ratings are expected to skyrocket as Rodgers brings his trademark drama, intelligence, and unpredictability to the NFC stage. For Rodgers, the narrative has shifted from can he still play to can he lead Dallas to the promised land? And if history tells us anything, it's that counting him out usually ends badly for the doubters. As training camp approaches, one thing is crystal clear. The Cowboys season just became the most anticipated show in sports, starring Aaron Rodgers as the ultimate wild card. Rumors are swirling that this deal wasn't as sudden as it appeared. Apparently, secret meetings between Rodgers' camp and Jerry Jones began months ago, even before the Jets' disappointing season officially ended. Insiders claim Jones was quietly monitoring Rodgers' rehab progress and grew convinced that the veteran still had elite-level football left in him. The two reportedly met in Malibu, away from the media's eyes, to discuss legacy, leadership, and the possibility of one final championship run. It's said that Rodgers was enticed by the idea of joining a team with a massive fan base, elite facilities, and a defense that could keep him upright deep into January. Jones, for his part, was desperate to make a splash, aware that time is running out to cement his own legacy as a modern NFL visionary. This wasn't just a signing. It was a merger of ambition and ego, a partnership built on shared defiance. Rodgers was promised full creative freedom in Dallas's offense and significant influence on roster decisions. If true, that's unprecedented power for a player, even one of Rodgers' stature. Whether this alliance becomes legendary or catastrophic remains to be seen, but one thing's for sure. It's vintage Jerry Jones theater at its finest. In the midst of the frenzy, speculation about how Rodgers will fit into the Cowboys' existing ecosystem has dominated every sports talk show in America. Analysts are debating whether his presence will elevate or destabilize a locker room already packed with young, ambitious players. Some argue Rodgers' demanding personality could clash with McCarthy's structured approach, despite their mutual respect. Others believe his leadership will bring the kind of accountability and urgency that Dallas has been missing for years. The chemistry with star receiver CeeDee Lamb will be crucial. Lamb's explosive speed combined with Rodgers' precision passing could redefine the Cowboys' offense entirely. There's also talk about how Rodgers will utilize tight end Jake Ferguson and the dynamic Tony Pollard out of the backfield. Insiders say the team is already installing new option routes and audibles to give Rodgers full autonomy at the line of scrimmage, a privilege he used masterfully in Green Bay. The buzz inside the Cowboys training facility is described as electric, with players arriving early and practices sharper than ever. Whether that energy translates to wins remains the ultimate question. For now, though, Dallas looks and feels like a team reborn under Rodgers' spell. Behind the scenes, Rodgers has reportedly taken an interest in mentoring the Cowboys' younger quarterbacks, a surprising twist given his reputation for being aloof with past backups. Sources say he's already spent time in film sessions with Cooper Rush and Trey Lance, sharing insights on reading defenses and decision-making. That kind of leadership presence is exactly what Dallas fans have been craving, a true football mind guiding the next generation. Rodgers has also been spotted staying late at the Star, the Cowboys' state-of-the-art facility, throwing with receivers long after practice officially ends. He's setting a tone that's both professional and obsessive, raising the standard for everyone around him. Even defensive players, including Micah Parsons, have spoken publicly about how Rodgers' competitiveness has sharpened the entire team. Parsons reportedly told teammates, "If Rodgers is going this hard at 41, none of us have excuses." It's that kind of culture shift that can turn potential into championship reality. While skeptics still doubt his longevity, those within the building describe a man possessed by a singular goal: to silence every critic and immortalize himself in Cowboys history. And right now, nobody's betting against him. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. The national spotlight, of course, brings its own kind of chaos, and Rodgers seems to thrive in it. Every move, every comment, every eyebrow raise will be dissected by the media machine that follows him like a shadow. Already, social media has erupted with memes comparing Rodgers to past Cowboys legends, while talking heads debate whether he can surpass Troy Aikman's legacy if he delivers another Lombardi trophy. Rodgers, ever the philosopher, appears unbothered. He's reportedly embraced the Dallas culture, showing up to community events, cracking jokes with reporters, and even hinting that he might stick around for multiple seasons if things go well. For fans, that's music to their ears, a potential 2-year window with one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. But make no mistake, the expectations are sky high. Anything less than a deep playoff run will be seen as failure. Rodgers knows that better than anyone, and perhaps that's what fuels him. The stage has never been bigger, the pressure never higher, and yet, this is exactly where Rodgers seems most at home. Center stage, with the football world watching every throw, waiting to see if the legend still has magic left in his arm. Even rivals are paying attention. NFC contenders like the 49ers, Eagles, and Lions are reportedly scrambling to adjust their off-season plans in response to Rodgers' arrival. Coaches are already studying his tendencies, knowing that a Rodgers-led Cowboys team instantly becomes a different kind of threat. Defensive coordinators are losing sleep over his quick decision-making and deceptive play-action fakes. And while Rodgers has always been polarizing, there's universal respect for his football intellect. The NFC playoff picture, once predictable, now looks like a battlefield ready to explode. Dallas, long considered talented but undisciplined, suddenly feels dangerous in a calculated way. The addition of Rodgers brings not just skill, but fear, something the Cowboys haven't commanded in decades. Meanwhile, the Jets' fan base is in collective disbelief, processing the abrupt end of what was supposed to be their fairy tale redemption arc. Rodgers' departure leaves them scrambling for answers, while Dallas basks in the afterglow of the offseason's biggest coup. In one swift move, the Cowboys have shifted the NFL's balance of power, turning every upcoming matchup into must-watch television. Whether it ends in glory or heartbreak, one thing is certain. The league just got a lot more entertaining. And so, as training camp looms, all eyes turn to Oxnard, where the Cowboys will begin their journey toward what could be a historic season. RODGERS' presence alone has already transformed the atmosphere. Fans camping outside the facility, cameras everywhere, a sense that something monumental is brewing. Jerry Jones is smiling again, visibly rejuvenated by the chaos he's created, watching as his gamble takes shape on the field. Mike McCarthy, often criticized for his conservative play calling, now holds the keys to one of the most dynamic offenses in football, guided by the quarterback who knows his system better than anyone. It feels like destiny and danger rolled into one. But that's the beauty of this saga. It's unpredictable, volatile, dramatic, everything fans crave. If RODGERS can stay healthy, if the chemistry holds, and if the football gods are kind, Dallas might finally break its long-standing curse. Until then, the rumor mill will keep spinning, the hype will keep growing, and the legend of Aaron Rodgers in a Cowboys uniform will continue to dominate every conversation in the sports world. This isn't just a signing. It's the dawn of a new era in Dallas, one born of boldness, belief, and unshakable ambition. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.